That person you were yesterday, the one who made the excuses, who quit when it got hard, who said tomorrow. That person is trying to murder your future, and you're just letting them. You look in the mirror, and you see the ghost of every failure, every broken promise, every time you let yourself down. That's not you. That's the old you. And it's time for that motherfucker to die. This isn't some self-help bullshit about letting go or finding peace with your past. Fuck that! This is a fucking funeral! You need to pick up a shovel and bury the old you so deep they can never crawl out again. That version of you is your greatest enemy. It's the voice in your head that whispers you're not good enough. It's the habit that pulls you back to the couch, back to the booze, back to the easy way out. It's the anchor of mediocrity chained to your leg. And you've been dragging it around for so long, you've forgotten what it feels like to run. You don't negotiate with your enemy. You don't reason with your weakness. You fucking annihilate it. So how do you kill the old you? You do everything they wouldn't. The old you slept in, you get your ass up at 4 a.m. The old you quit after 10 reps, you do 20. The old you was scared to speak up, scared to fail, scared to look stupid. You run headfirst into that fear and you do it anyway. Every single action that goes against your old programming is a nail in that coffin. Every drop of sweat, every rep, every page you read instead of scrolling. That's you, right now, killing the person who was holding you back. Stop being sentimental about who you were. That person was a loser. That person was a pretender. They don't deserve your sympathy. They deserve to be erased. Burn the ships. Destroy the bridges. Leave no path back to that weak version of yourself. Every day you wake up, you have a choice. Do you feed the ghost of your past? Or do you build the monster you're destined to become? Kill the old you and let the real you finally live. There's no other way.
You don't need to be born rich to think rich. You need to train your mind to see possibilities where others see problems. You need to shift from lack to abundance, not in your bank account, but in your belief system, because wealth starts in the mind before it ever shows up in your reality. A rich mindset delays gratification. The difference between rich and poor isn't money, it's mindset. It's how you think, how you move, how you respond when life punches you in the face. A poor mindset waits for permission. A rich mindset creates the opportunity. A poor mindset says, I can't afford it. A rich mindset asks, how can I earn it? Poor minds complain. Rich minds execute. Poor minds chase comfort. Rich minds chase growth. Poor minds want entertainment. Rich minds invest in education.
Afraid to fail? Then you're afraid to grow. If failure scares you, growth will break you. Failure isn't the problem. Avoiding it is. You don't fail because you're weak. You fail because you're still alive enough to try. That loss, that rejection, that business that crashed, that workout you couldn't finish, that dream that died screaming. Good! It means you gave a damn. It means you were swinging. Every time you fall flat, life hands you a blueprint. But most people, they quit. They take failure personal. They think failure's a stop sign. It's not. It's a damn map. Failure is feedback. Every L you take is teaching you how to become dangerous. You don't learn when you win. You learn when you get punched in the face and still decide to come back. If you're not ready to fail, you're not ready to succeed. Failure is the brutal coach that builds killers. Now get up, study the wreckage, fix what's broken, kill what's weak, and go again. Smarter, hungrier, meaner. Because failure doesn't define you. What you do after it does. Embrace it, learn from it, weaponize it. Then come back and break the world.
Failure is not your enemy. It's the most honest teacher you'll ever meet. Every failure cuts the weak, but it sharpens the relentless. You don't fail when you lose. You fail when you quit. Failure is the entry fee for greatness. Most people, they're not willing to pay. Success whispers, but failure screams the truth you've been avoiding. Fail fast, fail hard, learn faster. That's how champions are made. Failure isn't a final verdict. It's feedback. It's the blueprint to becoming unstoppable. Those who fear failure, they'll never taste victory. They'll sit on the sidelines watching others build the life they're too scared to chase. Behind every overnight success is a graveyard of failures no one talks about. Failure doesn't break you. It reveals whether you were ever serious. If you want to win, You've got to be willing to lose again and again until you earn it. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Our greatest glory is not in never failing, but in rising up every time we fail. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Our greatest glory is not in never failing, but in rising up every time we fail. Failure is simply the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently. It's fine to celebrate success, but it is more important to heed the lessons of failure. Do not be embarrassed by your failures. Learn from them and start over again. Failure is an option here. If things are not failing, you are not innovating enough. The only real mistake is the one from which we learn nothing. I can accept failure. Everyone fails at something, but I can't accept not trying. Failure should be our teacher, not our undertaker. Failure is delay, not defeat. It is a temporary detour, not a dead end. Purpose isn't found, it's forged in the fire of doing hard things daily. When you have a purpose, distractions become irrelevant. A man with a purpose will outlast a man with talent. Purpose gives pain a reason to exist. Chasing comfort is the fastest way to lose your purpose. Purpose turns ordinary people into unstoppable forces. Without purpose, success feels empty and shallow. Purpose doesn't scream for attention, it demands action and silence. You don't discover purpose by thinking, you discover it by moving forward through the struggle. Purpose is the weapon that turns failures into fool. The purpose of life is not to be happy, it is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived and lived well. The greatest tragedy in life is not death, but a life without a purpose. Efforts and courage are not enough without purpose and direction. Your purpose in life is to find your purpose and give your whole heart and soul to it. A man who has a why to live can bear almost any how. The purpose of life is a life of purpose. When you know your purpose, you are filled with energy and enthusiasm. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. The meaning of life is to give life meaning. Purpose isn't some magical moment of clarity. It's built through relentless work when no one believes in you. Every step forward in the dark sharpens your reason to keep going. You don't find purpose scrolling through life. You build it by bleeding for something bigger than yourself. Purpose is crafted in sacrifice, not found in comfort zones or easy choices. Purpose is crafted in sacrifice, not found in comfort zones or easy choices. It pulls you out of bed when motivation dies. When life gets loud, purpose keeps you grounded and locked on your mission. Purpose isn't something you find. It finds you. When you stop running from your pain, it shows up when you face your scars, embrace your failures, and turn your suffering into service for others. Most people treat purpose like hidden treasure, something you'll magically discover by waiting, searching, or hoping for an epiphany. That's a lie. Purpose isn't passive. You don't stumble upon it. You build it through war with your own demons. We've been taught to avoid pain, to distract ourselves, to numb it with comfort. But here's the truth. Purpose is born in the place you're scared to go. When you stop avoiding, when you sit with your pain, when you process it, own it, and decide you're not a victim, that's when clarity hits you like a freight train. Scars? They're not flaws. They're evidence you survived. You don't hide them. You don't shrink because of them. You wear them. Because when you own your story without shame, you unlock a power most people never touch. And power is the fuel of purpose. Stop hiding. Start healing. That's how purpose finds you.
Purpose isn't a dream. It's a daily decision. A choice to align your actions with meaning, to do hard things that matter, even when they hurt, even when no one's watching, even when no one claps. Most people treat purpose like some distant fantasy, a magical calling they hope to discover one day. They wait for inspiration, wait for clarity, wait for a sign. But here's the truth. Purpose doesn't find you. You forge it. Your purpose isn't in your thoughts or wishes. It's in your actions. Are your daily habits, your work, your words, and your time spent on things that reflect what you truly value? Or are you just chasing money, approval, or distraction? Purpose means constantly asking, does this matter in the long run? And adjusting your behavior accordingly.